I mean, you can enjoy it for breakfast. You could make it the bun of your hamburger. It would make a great snack for after school. Come on in to Just Bagels. Now, we have an award show here at QVC called the Customer Choice Food Awards, and it's where folks who shop food at the Q vote for their favorites in certain categories. This is a Customer Choice Food Award winning brand for best food at QVC. Best food. Overall, my favorite food is more people voted for Just Bagels than anyone else. Now, it is a current Customer Choice Food Award nominee for most recommended brand. This is their mini size. So you're getting 1.8-ounce sizes of 36 of their New York City kettle boiled mini bagels. Now you can choose them all in plain, which means you get the most versatility. You could choose them all in sesame, which gives you that kind of deeper, richer flavor to them. Or you can choose everything, which, talk about a New York City staple. That is such a popular one. We love everything about the everything bagel in our house. And then you can get the combo where you get 12 plain, 12 sesame, and 12 everything. It's $1.17 per bagel. And you can get auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year. We'll discuss. But this price goes up at the end of the day. Now, Cliff Nordquist, who is a New York native who brings his love of bagels to us here at QVC, is joining us live via Skype. And Cliff, I love the minis because they are mighty. It's good to see you.
Same here. I wish you could eat them, Mary, but I guess you can't.
You know what my husband says? You don't know what you're missing. He can. This is one of the food items I'm on auto delivery for, because if we don't have them in the house, it's a full panic from my husband.
Well, you know, he's right. You don't know what you're missing. There's bagels everywhere, right? You can go to any store, any market, you can get a bagel. But, you know, honestly, if you taste something like this is a different bagel than really you're ever going to get. And the size today and then 36 of them at that price is amazing, delivered and everything. So, you know, it all starts with 5 steps that we do, which will pretty much explain the difference. And it all starts with the New York water from the Catskill Mountains, which is, you know, it's the best water for bread and pasta and pizza. And it's ingredients that we use like malt and molasses, nothing artificial, no colors, flavors, preservatives, peanut-free, tree nut-free, kosher, vegan, unbleached, unbrominated flour. That's the biggest step. It's the aging process. We age that dough for 10 to 12 hours before boiling it, which gives it that crust and chew and shine. And then we bake it at 500 degrees. We cool it down. We let it go for a little ride around the bakery. We 6-pack it. It takes a little ride for about an hour. Can't pack a hot bagel, Mary. It won't work. And then we ship them fresh. So these bagels, of course, they're not made yet. This is not inventory. They're not coming out of a freezer. These will all be made Monday morning and shipped to you guys Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You'll receive them by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know what you have to do by now. You have to put them in the freezer because there's nothing artificial in here. These will not last on a countertop. They must be frozen. They freeze excellent. Follow the baking instructions. Preheat that oven to 450 degrees. Bake them for 5 to 8 minutes until a little crunchy. And then you're going to get a bagel that doesn't break. It pulls. It pulls apart. It's very, very moist. It's crunchy on the outside. It's soft and chewy on the inside. Oh, and Mary, I forgot to mention, the minis is the only selection that we do that are sliced. So these bagels are going to become pre-sliced. The only one that we do.
That's
because a lot of people say, you know, can I get them sliced? Because, you know, you go to a supermarket, they're sliced. Honestly, real bagels are not sliced. You don't go to a bagel store and buy a dozen sliced bagels, right?
Yeah.
But the minis are small, and I don't want people to cut themselves. So we pre-slice them. It's like a butterfly hinge, and you just have to gently pull them apart, and they will open up. And when you toast them,
oh my gosh,
you know, it may say mini, but they're half the size. They're still very big. They're half the calories, half the carbs, and not half the deliciousness.
Yeah, no, I mean, full flavor for sure. Can we talk about each option? Because we've got plain, and we've got sesame and everything and a combo. But can you talk to us about the flavor profile of the plain? Because yours, I mean, seriously, I wish my husband was here. He would like be shaking pom-poms. Like the plain, they're
Yep.
so versatile, but they can stand on their own too.
There's nothing plain about our plain bagel,
Right.
okay? You know, when you add the malt and the molasses and the aging and, you know, the ingredients that we use with nothing artificial, and then we boil it, there's just nothing plain about it. It has such a unique flavor. Like bagels have like this sort of flavor. Look, the only way I could explain it is you guys know what a bagel tastes like. But when you taste ours, it's a little bit on the sweet side, but not overbearing. And that clean ingredients just make it taste. You know, I get so many emails and stuff like that. I know, you know, people are enjoying them. They voted us customer favorite food. Amazing. But, you know, so the plain, there's nothing plain about it. Let's get right into the everything, which is my favorite bagel.
Gosh, yes.
I love the everything bagel. So the everything has poppy, sesame, onion, garlic, and salt. But, you know, again, anybody could do that, right? You just throw it on there. It's the percentages that we came up with, the ratios where it's not overwhelmingly garlicky or oniony or salty or poppy or sesame. It's just the right, perfect, delicious everything bagel where, listen, of all the bagels we sell, this is my absolute favorite. And to get it in the mini size, I think is, you know, not only can you can get 36 of them.
Yeah.
We don't do that a lot.
No.
You know, we have these combos. With this one, you could get 36 of each or a dozen of each, which is perfect.
And,
and
I've got to tell, I mean, $1.17 a bagel.
Oh, I know.
That's a wild
know.
price. And the sesame ones, I mean, we use the sesame ones as hamburger buns over the summer. Oh,
absolutely.
I tell you, they will forever come back to our house now.
You know, it's funny you say that because the sesame bagel is, you know, it's a toasty, nutty sesame on top.
Yeah.
It's just really on top of a plain bagel, but it's so perfect for a burger, right? And, you know, like why put a hamburger on a bun when you could put it on a bagel that's not a heavy, dense, filling, bloating piece of bread where I guarantee it's going to be much cleaner than that hamburger bun that lasts a month in a supermarket. And it's going to add such a flavor to that burger. And even, you know what's even better? The mini bagel.
Exactly.
A burger on the mini bagel, because now you get this nice big burger with a little bit less bread, right? And you still get that sesame, and it's just, you know, I might do that right after
I could
this show.
eat this piece of paper right now. I'm so hungry now. You know what? This is what you're getting. You're getting 36 of the minis. That's what they look like when they show up. And but then the price goes up at the end of the day. And Cliff, these are available on auto delivery 60 days for 1 year. But when we get them home, they're ambient temperature, right? So we've got to take out what we want to eat right now, put the rest in the freezer.
Oh, you know it. We only ship fresh. Like a lot of people, sometimes people say they came and they weren't frozen. We bake them fresh. We ship them fresh, which definitely cuts down on the cost of shipping to you guys.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is it's a fresh bagel. We're baking this fresh. We're shipping it fresh. The second you get it, you have to put it in the freezer because the clock is ticking with something without chemicals and preservatives. So they must get into the freezer immediately. And I'm telling you, they freeze great. They actually taste better after they're frozen. Once that moisture mixes in with the bagel, it really adds something. Yeah. It even gives it a little bit more of a moistness on the inside, a little bit more of a crispness, as long as you cook it right. You know, I told you the way to cook it is, you know, preheat that oven to 450, bake it 5 to 8 minutes. But listen, honestly, I never have time for that, and that's not how I do it. I have to be honest. I just pull it out of the freezer.
Okay.
I put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. You know, you're not supposed to put a bagel in a microwave, but I'm just, thawing it out. 15 seconds, and I'm toasting it, and I'm telling you, it's almost as good as the other way, but it's fraction of the
I mean,
time.
the guy that brings us the bagels is popping them in the microwave. He's one of us, you know? I mean, but I look at this, we've actually sliced them up too, because I remember one time we had 2 of the Just Bagels left. I sliced them up and toasted them that way, and I served them on a charcuterie board to eat along with the preserves and the meats and the cheeses. They work great that way. We've used them as hamburger buns. We use them at the holidays to make everybody feel extra loved because they're just so good. Now remember, you can get all 36 of the minis in the plain. You can get all 36 in the sesame, and you can get all 36 in the everything choice. But we also have combo. That's our 4th choice. 12 mini, 12 sesame, 12 everything coming in the combo. And you can get auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year. It's $1.17 a bagel, and this price goes up at the end of the day. Now, Cliff, you're going to be in Gourmet Holiday on QVC2 a little bit later, right?
I'm going to be opening the show at 3 p.m. with the same minis, and I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I think so too. They've been very popular in this show, well over 200 already ordered. And Cliff, thank you for being here today. It's always good to see you.
Mary, thank you so much. Everything's better on a bagel. Remember that.
I will. Thank you. Good point. You know what? Don't miss out on M68102. And that price goes up at the end of the day. Sounds like a lot of you are getting them today. Hey, we have more food.